The common language of humanity, the story of the silent quest. One of the greatest questions in human history is whether there exists a single common language. Today, more than 7,000 languages are spoken around the world, divided into hundreds of language families. At first glance, this diversity makes it impossible to speak of a common language. However, linguists suggest that all these languages may have originated from a first language in the very distant past. This lost language is called proto-world, or the first human language. So, did such a language really exist, and if so, how can we access it? Humanity has conducted experiments, developed hypotheses, and turned to modern scientific methods throughout history to find the answer. One of the oldest examples of this curiosity dates back to ancient Egypt. Pharaoh Psammetichus II wondered which language children would naturally speak if they grew up without learning to talk. He gave 2 babies to a shepherd's care and banned anyone from speaking to them. When they grew up, their first uttered sound was reportedly bekos, which meant bread in the Phrygian language. The pharaoh took this as evidence that the Phrygians were the oldest people in humanity. But from a modern perspective, this experiment is invalid, as it was not scientific and the sound made by the children was misinterpreted. Still, it shows how ancient the search for a common language is. The Egyptian experiment inspired similar attempts throughout history. In the Middle Ages, Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II, in the 13th century, had babies raised by caretakers who were forbidden to speak to them. The aim was to observe if the children would naturally speak the first language. But the outcome was tragic. Deprived of love and communication, the children did not survive. A similar case occurred under King James IV of Scotland. 2 children were given to a caretaker who spoke Arabic, and when they grew up, they spoke a language resembling Hebrew. However, historians note that the caretaker may have inadvertently taught them words. These experiments reveal that language is not just a set of sounds, but develops through social interaction and affection. The search for humanity's common language is not only about curiosity, but also a fundamental question of human nature. In the Middle Ages, this curiosity took on religious interpretations. Many thinkers argued that the first language was Hebrew, since sacred texts held that God spoke to Adam in Hebrew. For centuries, linguistic research in Europe sought to link all languages back to Hebrew. However, when languages from different regions such as Chinese, Africa's Bantu languages, and the indigenous languages of the Americas were studied, contradictions in this hypothesis became clear. It is evident that a broader perspective is needed to understand humanity's common language. By the 19th century, scientific methods provided new explanations for this question. The bow-wow hypothesis suggests language emerged by imitating natural sounds, like chirp-chirp for birds or woof-woof for dogs. The ding-dong hypothesis proposes that speech reflects the inner vibrations of nature. The yo-he-ho hypothesis claims language arises from rhythmic sounds made during cooperative work. The la-la hypothesis suggests language evolved from songs and emotional sounds. Each provides partial explanations, but none fully accounts for language on its own. Can modern science provide more definitive answers to these questions? Today, the origins of language are examined through genetics, neurology, and archaeology. The FOXP2 gene has been shown to play a critical role in language ability. Mutations in this gene lead to speech and language disorders. Studies of child language acquisition show that all children, wherever they are in the world, progress through the same stages. First sounds, then syllables, words, and finally grammar. This universality indicates a shared foundation for language embedded in the human brain. Additionally, when the family trees of different languages are traced, all are found to come from certain families, such as Indo-European, Uralic, and Afro-Asiatic languages. This strengthens the possibility of a lost language dating back thousands of years. But is it only humans who can communicate? Modern research investigates animal communication systems as well. The melodic songs of whales, the complex chirping of birds, the use of sign language by primates, yet none reach the level of grammar or abstraction found in human language. For example, a chimpanzee can learn sign language and use simple words, but cannot express complex tenses like, "what will happen in the past?" This difference shows that language is not just sound, but is directly linked to the human mind's capacity for abstract thought. Throughout history, every society has sought the common language from its own perspective. Pharaohs in Egypt, kings in Europe, clergy in the Middle Ages, and scientists in the modern age all ask the same question: what is humanity's root language? This quest is not only curiosity, but also a part of claims to identity and superiority. Pharaoh Semiticus wanted to declare Phrygian, clergy wanted Hebrew, and European thinkers wanted Latin as the first language. Modern science, however, now seeks to understand our shared human past, not to claim superiority. Nowadays, there is no single universal spoken language, but humanity has created common forms of communication in some fields: mathematics, music, body language, and globally, English. These are the products of historical and cultural choice, not biological universal languages. With advances in technology, artificial intelligence, and translation systems are increasingly breaking down language barriers. People who speak different languages can now communicate through instant translation apps. So, will all humanity someday speak a single language? Maybe yes, but in that case, the diversity of languages would be threatened with extinction. Yet languages are the memory of cultures. Each is a unique way of looking at the world. The question of humanity's common language is a chain of curiosity, stretching from the depths of history to today. From the experiments in Egypt, to the harsh attempts in the Middle Ages, to modern findings in genetics and neurology, this quest teaches us language is not just a combination of sounds, but the essence of being human. Even if there is no single common language, behind all languages lies a shared human story. Maybe the true common language is not in words, but in our desire to communicate, to seek meaning, and to understand each other. The answer to this question remains open. Will humanity's common language ever be found? Or is the real answer hidden in the diversity of languages? The answer to this question remains open. Will humanity's common language ever be found? Or is the real answer hidden in the diversity of languages? The answer to this question remains open. Will humanity's common language ever be found? Or is the real answer hidden in the diversity of languages? Don't forget to like the video to keep exploring the fascinating journey of humanity's search for a common language together. Share your views in the comments. Do you think all humanity will speak a common language someday? Or is diversity our real treasure? Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content. The common language of humanity. The story of the silent quest. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content. Share your views in the comments. Do you think all humanity will speak a common language someday? Or is diversity our real treasure? Don't forget to like the video to keep exploring the fascinating journey of humanity's search for a common language together. Maybe the true common language is not in words, but in our desire to communicate, to seek meaning, and to understand each other. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new content.